Are we live? We are live. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the show that never ends. It's one of those things, so tell your friends. that would have rhymed if I'd said it in the right order. That's amazing. I'm a poet and I hadn't even realized. Ladies and gentlemen, back once again for more fun and games with the adventures of the Trek of Stars. So, shall we try and remember what we were doing? I think, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there might be a Dalek spaceship flying towards you, and it's very unhappy with you. And while you were trying to get away from that, a Bajoran ship has turned up claiming to have Patrick's character on board.
And I think Patrick mentioned at some point that he was planning on beaming me to the sun, so I have brought some precautions just in case.
But that's just a wind up in the text. And we also contacted DS9 where I was getting killed to warn Starfleet.
Those are amazingly cool specs.
And they're very useful when it's sunny, so I thought maybe I'd bring them just in case.
And it turns out that the mirror on the Enigma is from the mirror universe where the Daleks came from.
Yes, I recall that.
Oh, sorry, I'm exhausted. The weather is killing me. So I have to say a big thank you to not Miller. Oh my goodness, he's gonna be so upset with me. Martin Vegas, the inimitable Martin Vegas, for this wonderful Dark Souls mug, which has a dude praising the sun.
Brilliant.
He looks so happy. He looks so happy for a game that's horrible.
But do you think it'll help you catch the souls next week?
No, nothing can help me. Nothing can help me. The game is a bastard and it's going to be like that forever. We have an extra addition to our team. Hello to Tapao.
Hi there.
Good evening.
Peace and long life.
And kittens.
The response is, of course, live long and prosper.
What was that? Having kittens? I'm all right without those, thanks.
I said peace and long life, not have some kittens. If there's anyone going to have kittens, it's me. I want some cats.
Why don't you just live long and prosper?
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds the best idea.
Yeah. Don't you cool Vulcan salute to me.
Well, Cupboard Monk, well, so you can always come down here and get one or two of Chipmunk's kittens.
Yeah, we may be going out tomorrow to see some. It depends on what happens. But I'm going to press this button at some point tonight. Because you know it's needed.
If you get kittens, we need a separate channel just for the kittens.
Oh, they'll be on my vlog channel, don't worry. So, as we were saying, we were just at the point when we last finished where Daleks were breathing down your neck and chasing you all, and it was a very fun time, and I had a lot of fun with the exterminating and all of the funny voices. But then all of a sudden we had, well, it was somewhat unexpected, shall we say. We had a sudden and unexpected interruption for, out of nowhere, this Bajoran ship appeared.
Named after the emissary.
With Commander Ferrantel on board, even though he's on the Enigma. So, what do you do?
Yes. Well, we may want to... Didn't we establish that the Ferrantel that we have on board is not the right one, and the one that on the other ship is the right one?
We may have.
I admitted last time that I'm from the mirror universe.
So
have you claimed asylum?
Who makes the best Hasbrat? Who makes them? I want some Hasbrat.
No, I came to this universe because I knew the Daleks would come in. Well, the Daleks have destroyed the Terran Empire, the Klingon Empire. They've taken over Deep Space Nine and using Bajorans as slave labor.
Yeah. And this sounds like a bad start. Have you any idea how to
turning Cardassians into Cybermen?
Have you any idea how to defeat these fellows, or are you just advising us to run away, as we already thought we might want to try to do?
No, I'm advising you to try and destroy them.
Any idea how? We didn't get terribly far last time.
Well, maybe your precious Starfleet can rustle up a couple of thousand quantum torpedoes and fire them.
Do we have a recipe for those, anyone?
Well, we don't have quantum torpedoes on board. You've been using my nukes as a litter tray.
Doesn't the Galaxy class have quantum torpedoes after 2175?
Well, we would, but the bloody captain had them taken out.
The Dominion War upgrade of all the ships would have introduced quantum torpedoes, yes.
Yeah,
Right.
it would have done, but the bloody captain of the Enigma had forbade the installation of quantum torpedoes.
What, to make more room for your nukes?
No, she didn't. The captain didn't like the idea of quantum torpedoes, and the captain didn't even know of my nukes.
With the Dalek vessel, right? I'm assuming it's the Dalek cruiser. So, what sort of weapons did they have again? And do they have any form of energy shielding, or is it just armor that the ship's got? If it's armor, it's not so much of an issue.
They've got laser guns, and they've got a force field.
They do have they have a disruptor-like particle weapon generator. In fact, they have a lot of disruptor-like particle weapon generators, a lot of missile launchers of the equivalent yield to a quantum torpedo, and very, very powerful energy shields, all of which you can kind of see bearing down on your ship because they're targeting you. Even though you're flying away, they are trying to chase you. So your scanners will show that they've got all of these, and they are armed and ready, which is lovely.
Yes. I had thought that they couldn't go faster than light and we could, and we have managed to escape them at some considerable rate of rapidity.
They can go faster than light, but not as fast as you can. It's one of those fun things. The Star Trek universe isn't as powerful as some of the other sci-fi universes, but it is really, really fast.
I think we need to.
Can I say something and make a suggestion?
Yeah.
The weapons that Daleks have on the sensors, is it possible to make I think it's a plasma beam? If they target you and you are successful, you should be able to bat that back. Bat and ball. Because plasma, whatever they use, plasma deflects it, but you'd have to modulate shields and stuff and get your engineering to get the deflector shield to make a decent sized plasma beam to deflect there.
We can do one better. Lieutenant Tabby, go to Cargo Bay 76 and unlock my contraband box and get out 3 of those plasma cannons and have the engineer crew install them to the star drive section.
Are you going to try and weld a gun to the roof?
Patrick with them.
Is your contraband store labelled contraband store in big letters, or do I have to find it among other things?
You can't send Tabby. Tabby's piloting the ship.
If we're going to attach different weaponry like the plasma weapons onto the ship, we could, I suppose, there's a recess just at the underside of the star drive. We could put at least 2 there to buy us some time whilst we leg it from this thing.
Tabby just put it on automatic.
How would it work off of our systems though if it's plasma? So what would be the generating system for it? And what drain would that be on our systems?
You don't need to worry about that.
I don't know, but I do know that they can, starships like this one can generate a plasma beam.
No, we don't need to worry about power usage. We've got a hamster wheel in the torpedo room, which anything Tabby's going to run along and generate power for us.
You can't weld guns to the ship and then power them by a hamster wheel.
To be honest with you, I don't know how we would attach them at warp speed anyway, because anyone going outside would You'd probably be badly hurt.
They're going to hold on to the hull with one hand and have a welding torch in the other.
That's all right. You do a bit of MMA on it. That's all right, you know. That TIG welding.
But there is still Plan B,
And what is Plan B?
and that's to create a diversion.
Right. Should we get at the little yellow signs?
No, computer, log on to Lieutenant Tabby, our android, and Dr. T'Pol, and beam them onto the Dalek ship.
Bugger that. Right. Would we be able to scan to see what other Federation and Allied vessels are in the area? And would it be possible to rendezvous with them and try and make some form of defensive line to stop this getting any further?
That sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah, well, we don't know if Kira was able to rouse Starfleet.
I
So
demand 3 Nebula class and 2 Excelsior.
Excelsior is just cannon fodder.
Precisely.
You might as well just make a line of all berths.
How many berths are in the sector?
Not enough to stop a Dalek ship.
Well, what we need is 6 Neo Constitution classes, 17 Mirandas, 16 Sovereign, and 127 California class.
Okay, there are 4. There are 4 Federation ships aside from yours in their vicinity who could rendezvous.
Well, Lieutenant Tabby, send a subspace message to these ships, ordering them to rendezvous with us, PDQ.
Okay.
Yes.
You're currently flying really fast toward Deep Space Nine, and you have a Bajoran ship alongside you, plus the shuttle that T'Pau and Commander Dowd are on. So
There's also this changeling goo, isn't there?
the changeling
Don't worry, we're going to deal with that. Lieutenant Tabby, log onto the changeling goo and beam it onto the Dalek ship.
The Daleks have their shields up.
Well, just teleport it into space above the ship and see what happens.
There's not a point, though. If we did that, wouldn't we kill the changeling if we beamed it through the shield?
Well, if the changeling can do something useful.
Yeah, we should show the changeling these Daleks and then put it on the ship and see what happens. And say that they need to take over the ship for true path, because that's the real way to get some proper armory for their cause.
Fancy. Put a nuke next to the changeling and beam both aboard.
Here's the thing.
The constitution of the changeling can hide the nuke so it can beam through the shields.
No one's ever tried to beam through shields because they always say you can't. You can't beam through.
Different to Federation shields, so no saying we can't.
What if we beamed everybody off the Bajoran ship and then used the tractor beam to bash it into the Dalek ship in a bid to 1, slow it down, and 2, weaken its shield? I'm actually being serious. I'm not being facetious. What if we actually used, because it'll just be an almost derelict cruiser anyway. It's not much use to us. So if we
will the Bajorans let us get away with ramming a ship named after their precious emissary?
He's dead anyway.
We could, I suppose, experiment, couldn't we? And try to beam some trivial object onto that ship and see what happens. Does anyone have a piece of waste paper?
There's probably a standard test beaming cylinder, like the one that Georgie and Wesley tried to use, or was it Georgie and Data tried to use to beam down? Remember, that would have been Georgie and Wesley, because there's an episode where Data is on a planet, and they're trying to beam this test cylinder down and then back up to get through the radiation that's in the atmosphere. And it comes back really badly, and kind of
Android, experiment with beaming canisters into the Dalek ship.
So yeah, there would be a standard test cylinder for transporter tests or something.
Transport test cylinders aboard the ship.
Yeah, does somebody need to roll?
Are
for
we
that?
aware that the Daleks are... Sorry, James.
I was just saying, does somebody need to roll for the cylinder test?
Yeah, we'll do that
Yes.
in a second. Don't worry. What were you saying?
Are we aware, actually, Commander Farrell, what is this species? What are they made up like? So what's the intel on what this species is like?
The Daleks were formerly humanoid until they got mutated in a nuclear war.
And how much of them is still organic?
25%.
James, Zoe, stop smiling like that.
The rest is machinery.
What if we, since we've made this clear,
Why don't we just send that virus on board and see what happens to them?
very close. Do we have a nerve agent?
Viruses won't work on Daleks.
But they're organic.
We've already tried.
Oh,
Well, hang on a minute. If the viruses from the mirror universe are particularly deadly to things in our universe because the people in our universe didn't have the immunity for it, can we find some viruses from our universe that might be rather deadly to the Daleks in the tripod kind of fashion?
There's only
let's more of the balls then.
There's only one virus capable of harming Daleks, and that's the Magellan virus, and that is and these days that is very rare, something very rare to come by. I doubt there's any equivalent material here in your universe.
The thing is, the mirror universe gave the virus to us, we think, and the fact that it's come from there means that we don't have anything like it here, and
We don't have the equivalent of Section 31 in our universe.
no. So, but do they? But it didn't come from there. It's come from somewhere else. This has come from not their universe, not our universe, but another universe. So, if it hasn't come from any of them, I think we should have a go at putting some aboard their ship and see what happens.
Incidentally, did we manage to unpick the data on those chips? Could that be the genetic
No, we never
sequence
got
from those
that far.
viruses? I don't know.
We didn't get that
Can we
far.
roll for that?
Okay, yeah. I think we did unlock the isolinear chips because I'm pretty sure we read.
Because what
read
was
out-
on there was saying that the virus could be very dangerous and spread to many different people, but it doesn't affect us. It only seems to affect changelings, but we don't know what other animals it does affect. But it don't affect anybody on our ships. We're
Yep.
all good for it. But it affects other things that are organic. We don't know how far that goes because we haven't given it to a bunch of people yet.
Yes.
Well, I don't think it'll work on Daleks.
We don't know because we don't have any to experiment on. We need to get one.
Captain, permission to get a test subject.
Yes.
Permission denied.
I'm going full Equinox on this.
Okay.
Permission denied.
Let's roll for beaming the test cylinder. I'm going to need a control plus engineering, please.
It was
hold
our
on.
Android to do that one.
I've got 11.
I get 10 and 5.
10 and 5. Oh, that's much better than me. So I've got 9 and 2.
Want me to do it?
Seems sensible.
Is it an 8-sided dice?
20.
20-sided dice, no worries.
Yeah, 2d20.
There we go. Okay. So I get 5 and 2.
Okay, you've got 2 successes. So here's what happens. The test cylinder successfully dematerializes on the Enterprise.
Don't you mean Equinox?
Enigma. Damn it! I forgot which ship we're on. It's not my fault. It's been a long day. This dematerializes on the Enigma, and it doesn't rematerialize. From according to your scans, it does not rematerialize on the Dalek ship.
So that puts paid to your idea of bringing a Dalek on board here, which would be a massive security risk anyway.
Yes. So if we try to beam things onto the Dalek ship, they disappear. So I suppose we could just send all our rubbish in that direction.
Well, yes, that's a good idea.
We can find a way to dispose of the
Tabby,
system.
make it so.
It's eco-friendly.
Ensign Tabby, look onto all the holodeck waste material you forgot to clean up last week and try and beam it aboard.
Oh,
Beaming all the waste onto the Dalek ship.
Zantek is giving some interesting ideas in the chat. We've definitely got some very engaged viewers, which is fantastic to see.
Well, we're not ejecting the warp core.
So a antimatter implosion to disturb the space-time matrix. But wouldn't that also disturb our space-time matrix and make it rather difficult for us to go to sleep?
I don't know. Do you need sleep?
Might affect your ability to go warp.
Lieutenant to Paul, engage the self-destruct on the runabout and beam yourself back aboard the Enigma. Then set a collision course for the runabout with the Dalek ship. See if we can slow them down.
That's not going to help.
But if we can,
That's my best advice is that I know that the ship can make a plasma beam, and if they fire at us, bat it back. It's the same as a lightsaber, and I did some homework because I am good like that, and that's what I say.
Like the runabout first and buy at least 10 minutes, then you can do it.
Well, what am I doing about my changeling that I've got on board on it here with me?
Do we still need the changeling?
Well, I had a changeling that wasn't very well, but I don't know where they are now. They seem to be. They were in a force field that we had.
Yeah, they're still there. It's still there. It looks a bit healthier, but it's still in their force field.
They've been the changeling into the brig, and when this catastrophe is over, I'll marry you to him.
That doesn't sound very logical at all.
He's from the mirror.
You won't let me leave the changeling on the shuttle while we ram it.
Can we speak with this changeling now that it's better?
Yes, but get back on board the ship first. We need to buy time.
Do we need to buy time?
Well, you're still running away at faster speed than it can catch up, so
I could
We
order
need to
something
slow
from
the
the
Daleks down a bit because pretty soon we're going to have to reduce speed.
Perhaps it would be an idea to get the Allied and Federation vessels to meet us at Deep Space Nine, where we could form a defensive perimeter, get the runabout either on to DS9 or a distance from it onto some sort of moon where they could be safe. Even perhaps send T'Pau to Dr. Mora on Bajor, and that way we can just deal with this as a military situation instead of endangering science personnel. How about that?
I'm sorry,
Since
it broke up a little bit. I wasn't quite sure what you said.
since the Pole won't abandon the runabout, Ensign Tabby load several nukes aboard one of our warp-capable shuttles and then send it at the Dalek ship with the self-destruct on. Then reduce speed to warp 6.
Yes. I mean, strictly, given that the Ferrantel we have on our ship isn't our actual Ferrantel, he doesn't actually have any rank to issue any orders, does he? You actually have to take orders from one of the Bajoran ship.
While I'm aboard this ship, Ensign Tabby, you will follow my orders.
How do you better ask one of the Bajoran ship what his orders might be? I think we perhaps should know.
I am the commanding officer. You will obey my orders.
Well, is that actually right, strictly? I mean, that's an interesting question, isn't it? If you're not the actual one. Have you got communication from that other fellow, the other Ferrantel from the ship?
Android, You'll remove Ensign Tabby from his position and take him to the bridge.
Oh, an
So-
Odyssey. Yeah, let's get this Odyssey class involved. Yes.
I've just put into the private chat for my notes what I'm about to put into the public chat so that everyone can see it as well. The nearby ships are the USS Phlox, which is Nebula class, the USS Roscoe, which is Excelsior class, the USS Robinson A, which is an Odyssey class, and the USS Enterprise, which is Sovereign class.
I thought we were on to Neo Constitution class.
No, that's the one that's in the future. This is the one that explodes, but it's totally not Worf's fault.
That combined with the Defiant at DS9 and DS9's defensive batteries, I think we would be able to at least buy us some time against the Daleks, and T'Pau could get to safety with the Changeling, and she can go to Dr. Mora, who is essentially Bajor's equivalent of Mengele, to work on the
Well, we've got to get there first, and the Daleks are closing in on us.
Have we tried firing torpedoes, like just normal photon torpedoes at them in a phaser sweep?
You tried phasers and it didn't seem to do much.
Ensign Tabby, load up the shuttle with those nukes now.
Look, the shuttle. Put nukes on a shuttle. Oh, good grief.
I think
Oh,
really
dear.
it's not the person who's actually flying the ship who should be doing this. I'm sure there are other people who can actually do that kind of thing.
Right.
We could actually do as Patrick's saying, if we just load the torpedo or the nukes onto a shuttle and jettison it. If we blow the air in the shuttle bay, we could possibly vector it into the path. I mean, the ship's heading towards us anyway. If we blow the aft shuttle bay, it'll fly towards it at a rate of knots, and that might, if nothing else, it might make some of the Daleks sick.
Well, we just need to slow it down and buy us a few more minutes.
How?
I'm game if you are.
Make it so.
Let's use them.
Make it so,
Right.
Mr. Android.
Can I also add the other bit of homework? Just be aware that nearly all the Dalek ships carry very large bombs on them. That should
Yes,
they decide to destruct them, it will send miles and miles and miles of destruction. So,
Daleks love their weapons.
yes,
Yeah.
so you
Well,
guys
we
need
do have
to
a-
be careful.
We do have a plan D as well. I believe we're approaching part of the Jupiter Station's artificial wormhole.
Wait a second.
Do we need any artificial worms, I wonder? I don't know.
Sorry about that.
You okay?
Won't call it a night.
Oh, I hate the change in seasons. It sets off all kinds of allergies. Oh.
Ensign Tabby, scan for transwarp conduits. See if there's one we can go in and.
Don't worry, the Borg aren't active at the moment.
No,
Can't
but
we
there's
leave the
bound-
Borg and the Daleks together and leave them?
No,
but there's-
don't add the Daleks to the Borg.
but there's bound to be some transwarp aperture
Yes, but
that
they'll
we can
both
get
kill each
into
other.
and get out
Because
of the
they
way
both think they're
quickly.
superior beings.
Species 8472. That's a good idea as well. We could introduce those two. That would be like
We're not arranging a party of Delta Quadrant aliens here.
I mean, it would kind of be like the 23rd century's version of the Royal Rumble. It'd be quite cool, you know.
Ensign
We are
Tabby,
not running Alien Grinder.
Ensign Tabby, scan for a transwarp aperture.
Or what
Scanning.
about they meet some of them Jemadar dudes? Because they're not. Yeah, is that what I mean?
They're a bit
Expendable.
tasty in a fight, yes.
Yeah, they're
Well,
fairly
I'm not
good.
sure we've established yet is actually how far away we are from the ship, how fast it's approaching, and
Well,
therefore
it's
how much
approaching
time
us
it will
very fast. That's why I said to launch the bloody nukes.
Floor it.
We're trying to slow it down.
We were going more quickly.
Is that
Yeah, well, we can't
wormhole that
maintain-
was at DS9 still open?
No, we haven't got the communication open to DS9 anymore. Kira cut us off.
Sorry,
We-
the wormhole at Deep Space Nine still works. The space-time rift that the Daleks have come through is still open as well.
Oh, wait a minute. We don't want these things getting near Earth. The mirror universe has had it. Why don't we get like these ships to join us and then all head into the mirror universe? That way, at least we keep this one safe. Because the Daleks might follow us.
Well, we barely have any ships left in the bloody mirror universe, you dozy androids.
Okay.
Maybe to
Right.
decide at some point.
To
what
answer all of the questions, the Dalek ship is about 4 minutes behind you at the moment because of the speed difference between you and it. So if you continue to Deep Space Nine, it will arrive 4 minutes after you.
How long will it take the other vessels to arrive at Deep Space Nine?
You've probably give me a second. You've probably got a bit of a wait. That's
Are we sure there's any ships in the quadrant?
Yeah, we've got 5 ships, or 4 ships even.
the 4 ships that are in the area are racing towards you at the moment, and one will arrive before you, one will arrive 3 minutes after you, one will arrive 5 minutes after you, and another one will arrive 5 minutes after you.
Well, it looks like those last two will be cleaning up the mess.
I mean, if we did get there, we would at least have 2 vessels, 3 vessels with us, and 2 arriving after us, which would possibly create a slight flanking move.
Mm.
But we need to buy at least 5 minutes.
So, Andy Fry's Junction says, James Petts, is that your
Say
layout?
just needs them.
One of them, yes.
One of them, my goodness.
We need to buy at least 5 minutes for all the reinforcements to get there.
Okay, we've got a report coming in from the shuttle bay that all the nukes that they could find in your illegal contraband stash, by the way, we will have a chat about this, have been loaded onto a shuttle.
Well, what do we need to be able to launch
Okay,
without blowing up the ship?
to launch, you're going to need a precise timing on your blowing of the airlock. So I suggest what you do is open the shuttle bay doors with the shield, the airlock shield up, and
Lieutenant Tabby, open the shuttle bay doors, but maintain shields until we give the words.
and I think we're going to need a reason plus science check, please.
I've got 7 and 1.
Okay, so that'll be 8 in total.
I've got 11 and 2.
13 in total.
I have the same as Roastmaster.
Okay, so one of you guys needs to decide who's going to
I'll
make
do
the call.
roll. 3 and 1.
Okay, so who's making the call?
On you go, James.
Well, that's what I just got on the dice roll.
Okay, 3 and 1, that's fine.
So what does
5.
that get us?
Oh, you've got successes, that's fine. So 5,
Lieutenant Tabby,
4,
prepare to load the force field.
3, 2, 1. Are you going?
Load force field.
Bleep. Okay, so the force field drops, the air rushes out. I'm assuming that someone let the handbrake off on the the shuttle. It flies out backwards from you, and of course, once it passes outside of the Enigma's warp bubble, it's gone.
Lieutenant Tabby, trigger self-destruct.
I think we're out of the war bubble, so I'm not sure I can anymore.
It,
Yeah, it's still operated by remote.
you're quite far away from it at this point, but it is still within communications range thanks to subspace.
Right, well, let's put a delayed remote self-destruct on the shuttlecraft to make the boom happen at the right time.
Okay,
Yep.
here we go. So, 5, 4, 3,
All hands, brace for impact.
2, 1. Love it. Absolutely love it. All of a sudden, there's a huge burst of light, and the Dalek ship is no longer pursuing. Not because it's gone. Not because it's gone. No, don't worry. This thing's enormous. The massive plume of light and radiation sparks off a radiation warning, and the Dalek ship has been knocked out of its equivalent of low warp. It is now stationary where it's hit, and it looks like it's been knocked off for a little bit. It doesn't appear all that damaged, however.
Well done.
But at least it's not pursuing.
Time to get reinforcements.
So, what do you do now?
Well done, Lieutenant Tabby. You've earned your catnip for the day.
I think it would be very prudent to get as many sensor sweeps of the vessel as we physically can and get as much information on what damage was done to it by that blast.
Good
Sounds good.
idea, Andy. Launch a Class 3 probe.
Aye, sir.
So, Class 3 probe has been fired
That's,
out.
that's assuming Class 3 probes are good probes.
Well, they came third in their class. So yes, the probe goes out, and within a few seconds, it's sending back telemetry data. So I'm going to say that, well, it's got video. You could see it. I'm assuming you put it on the screen? Okay.
Yeah.
What you can see on the screen is a city-sized flying saucer with like huge curved horns on its rim and lots of lumps all over it.
Send all the sensor data from the probe to our reinforcements and to Deep Space Nine.
Good idea.
Their tactical experts can analyze it and try and discover any weaknesses.
Hi, Captain Dowd. Don't worry about it, man. Whenever you get here, that's fine, dude. As I always say with this show, we're very casual.
In the past.
Yeah. Well, that as well. So we've got this huge ship. It's got like weird lumps on it and horn spike things, and it doesn't appear to have been damaged, or at least if it has been, you can't see any damage on it at the moment. The shields are down, but aside from that, you're not getting an awful lot of information from inside it. And it's not necessarily because of any problems with the probe.
Are we getting any information on weapons?
It might just be due to the amount of radiation that's in the atmosphere clouding the probe's scanners. Not atmosphere, in space. Because of the amount of nukes. But it also could be its shielding. It's actual built-in shields rather than energy shields.
Well, are we getting any data about the weapons?
Funny you should mention that. As you're looking at the screen and trying to work out whether it's got any weapons, a very small light, which gets bigger and bigger and bigger as it gets toward the probe, is fired from the ship. It's red. It looks quite fiery. It's a bit like a missile, and then the probe's gone.
Did we manage to get any telemetry on what material the hull is made of?
It's something you've never seen before.
Balls.
Dalekanium.
Yeah, in universe, the material is called Dalekanium.
Yeah, well, it's mentioned in Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Yep. But from the Starfleet point of view, you've not seen this before. It's a weird...
Shields are down. Can we try beaming the litter on board again?
You'd have to go back. You're out of range at the
We're
moment.
not going back.
No, let's not do that then.
Did you send information to the other ships, in Lieutenant Tabby?
Yes, let's do that. Didn't T'Pau have an interesting idea about a giant mirror or something?
T'Pau did suggest that you use the deflector dish and some of the the plasma, possibly from the warp coils, I would expect. Warp plasma, something like that, to create a way of firing a particle cannon.
Well, she can't do that unless she's on board. Well, Lieutenant Tabby, are we approaching the sun at all?
I mean, they're in the vicinity generally, but I'm not sure we want to get all that close to any of them, just in case.
Technically, you are coming within a solar system. You are heading toward the Bajoran sun.
And Lieutenant Tabby, look onto covered monkey and beam her into the sun.
I'm not sure that fits within this. Interesting idea. In the chat from the YouTube.
Krista, are we still taking refuge on the runabout? Yes, Captain Dowd, you're still on the runabout.
Yeah, because Paul still won't abandon it.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to abandon our only lead and information source either.
Yes, that seems very reasonable.
Well, I did say you can bring a precious changeling on board, but it has to stay in the brig.
Given the shields are down, can we try some kind of attack on the things that would otherwise be taken away by the shields? A photon torpedo, as Zantek suggests.
Well, if you want to take our version of the Delta Flyer back there and fire photons at it, you're welcome to. But we're not turning this ship around.
Yeah, here's the thing. You are currently flying away from it, and you did fire the shuttle and the nukes in order to slow it down so you could get away to regroup.
Right, so maybe we should regroup.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the shuttle, the changeling is looking better, but it won't be able to interact with you because of the size of the force field that's put up to keep it in place.
Well, Paul, you can do whatever you want with the shielding, but you have to accept responsibility.
If you want to keep it, you have to walk it every day.
And we found out that Dowd couldn't link with it psychically, didn't we? We found that out about a month or two ago. It's impossible.
And as I said, come on, anything to Paul. If the changeling survives all this, I'll personally marry the two of you off at the end of this.
Would it be possible just to increase the space for it? Where is this thing again? It's on a transporter pad, isn't it?
It's still on the transporter pad, yeah.
Would it be possible to move the shield so that it encompasses the transporter pad vertically rather than being as squashed down as it is, so that the thing could, I don't know, change into a humanoid shape or some sort of creature that we could reason with or talk to or become sexually attracted to? As an android, I want to know what that's like. Pardon me.
I would say you could absolutely do that.
Okay, I'll make it so.
Okay.
One thing as well, doesn't Tapau have some security officers from DS9 with her?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do as well.
It's a little bit cramped on the runabout. There's Tapau.
Yeah, I've got Bashir and a couple of security guards. Me and T. Dowd are all on this craft.
All on this space caravan. It's a party in there.
Yeah, it's not even got a kitchen in here.
It's legit the Venga bus in space.
It is. Okay,
Sorry.
we're going to increase the size of the space that it has so that it can morph into something, but not something huge. Just something, because we're not sure whether this. If it doesn't want to behave, where are we in terms of that Dalek shit?
You're ahead of it. Basically, you're inside the warp bubble of the Enigma, both flying about the same speed.
Right. Okay. We're going to show the video. We're going to show the video of these Daleks and say it can either behave itself and be helpful or useful, or we will beam it directly onto this ship with these creatures, and it can find its own way in the world, whether it's sick or not.
Crystal makes a very valid point, to be honest with you, because this thing knows what they're like.
I think I've been said
Yeah,
about
if it has any value to live, it can live by our rules, or it can go and join the Daleks and be cannon fodder on there.
I didn't mean to talk over you, Christella, but Zantek said, what about a subspace mine? How would that not adversely affect the Dalek's drive? Are we able to maybe leave something like that would disrupt subspace around the ship? Is there anything we could rig up like a torpedo that would go off in proximity?
Particles?
The plasma beam is to use on its own on the Daleks' weapons. You can literally use it like a lightsaber and bat them back. It's exactly like bat and ball. Well, you obviously have to get your bat in the right place to hit the ball.
Would it be worthwhile having an engineering team head towards deflector control and start maybe making necessary alterations to the deflector dish for when we arrive at Deep Space Nine? Perhaps I'm looking at the other vessels.
All of the ships need this, because the more that you have, the more likely you are to be able to bat stuff back and make maybe a decent shield type thing that you could use against them.
Even the Excelsior class, because I'm looking at the classes of vessel that we've got. The Nebula's roughly, it's a heavy cruiser like a Galaxy class. I know that the Excelsior class was considered a heavy cruiser, but it's 80 years old. So I don't know if it's systems. I'm not saying that we use it as some sort of vessel equivalent of a red shirt, but I don't know whether it will have the capabilities that we've got. An awful lot of them were lost to the Dominion. But yeah, if we perhaps could have a look at sending an engineering detail down to deflector control and maybe letting the other vessels know what Krista's got in mind for that. I think another thing to do would also be to, Patrick said Omega particles, perhaps some sort of mine that we could leave behind us, or one or two mines to continuously thwart the progress and harry them.
I was going to say it seems to be it's not moving, so the mines then become a problem to us if we need to go back to it for something, or we're going to beam aboard the ship or do something crazy and daring. Patrick seems to like crazy and daring a bit nutty, so
I'm going to be honest. That's a problem for future us. Let's that's future androids' problem. Let's just deal with the present. Let's do what my psychiatrist said and live in the present.
Oh dear, this is so like the YouTube short I was seeing earlier on. Episode 1 of a role-playing game. Now, gentlemen, we are not going to be having any guns in this Stone Age era for our role-playing game. It wouldn't be quite right. And then episode 50 of your role-playing campaign. It's like, okay, guys, if I allow you to build a spaceship to travel to the planet of Hookers and Blow, will you please stop trying to sell NFTs to goblins?
Non-fungible tokens.
Okay. All right, we've got to put time for plan E. Zoe, go out into space and fart at the ship.
Wait a minute, Zoe, you've given me an idea. Couldn't we get the Daleks hooked on Funko Pops so that they become more interested in that than dominating the galaxy?
We cannot get the Daleks hooked on Funko Pops. Daleks do not require funk.
Maybe they require some coffee instead.
Ensign Tabby, lock on to Zoe, beam with space so you can fart at the Daleks.
We haven't had much conversation with this ship with the real Theron on it yet, have we? Had we better have a conversation on that and find out how it came that he's not on our ship and what actually happened to him?
Yes. Patrick, could you please explain how you got here?
Yeah. Mirror Universe me or the Prime me?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
I'm saying, which one do you want me to be?
Yes.
I said, which? No, I'm asking behind the scenes. Am I voicing Prime me or Mirror me?
Well, I'll let you be the mirror one.
Well, put it this way. I persuaded the Prime Universe and me to be discreet to discreetly fly on a Bajoran ship while I'm ready for the Daleks. But unfortunately, it took longer than expected. Well, Daleks took longer than expected to arrive. Well, I'm surprised you lot didn't cotton on to that I wasn't the real one, considering I was nuking everything. Because the Prime Universe, me, despises the idea of nukes. And I'm surprised you lot didn't remember that.
I think most of us thought you just had like space dementia or something.
A midlife crisis sort of thing, I think. Yes.
Right then, Lieutenant Tabby, you're now demoted back to ensign for that insult.
Okay. Meanwhile, on the other ship, Commander Dowd, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm very sorry for being late. I drove into town, but I didn't expect it would take quite so long as it did. I quite lost track of the time. So I don't really know what's happening.
Well,
it sounds like T'Pau's trying to give the changeling a bit of space to roam, maybe get it on side a little bit.
Well, what's happened, Dowd, is I had nukes planted on a shuttle, which said stop the Daleks, and I promised to marry off T'Pau and the changeling at the end of this.
Essentially, yeah. We're currently flying to both the shuttle and the Enigma are flying back to Deep Space Nine to rendezvous with 4 other Starfleet ships.
Oh,
yeah, because we had to buy time to get there because some of the ships will arrive after we do. I say we do, you do. They fired a shuttle full of nukes at the Daleks to try and knock them out of warp, which has worked. So you've bought the time, but you've also T'Pau also had an idea of using the deflector dish and the warp coils and the warp plasma to be able to create some kind of energy weapon to deflect Dalek shots, Dalek firepower. Meanwhile, she's extended the space that the changeling has so that it could morph if it wishes to in order to try and interrogate it. But that's about as far as we've got in the last hour.
Okay. I've been busy. You've been busy, little bees. Question: Has there been any? And I'm sure something's been done. Attempts to scan the vessel. I'm at an advantage because I know very little about these pepper pots on wheels.
Yes, I had a Class 3 probe launched, which got a little bit of data before they blew it out of the sky.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. We know that their shields went down when the nukes went off, and they got knocked out of warp. But aside from that, we couldn't see much damage to the ship before they shot the probe. So the weapons are still working.
No ability to determine potential.
By using some Vulcan mind melt thingy from Tuvok. Well, Tuvok did a mind melt thingy, and Prime Universe and me knows everything I know. But he just doesn't know what I've been up to in the last season.
When was this?
This was before season 1 started.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about what happened today. This is backstory.
Yeah. Right. Tuvok did a mind melt thing, and Prime Universe and me knows everything I know about the Daleks, just in case anything happens to me. He just doesn't know what I got up to last season with all the nuking and the
with all the nukes
into the sun.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Can I just throw in here that I've just thrown cold water on my face to try and cool down, and the cold tap is hot.
Yeah,
there's quite a bit of heat in it.
It's horrible at the moment. And currently, according to my data, I say data, I've got a little screen with the temperature on it. According to my sensors, it's 16 degrees here. According to my house, it's not.
I was going to say, we're 25 degrees here.
It's ridiculously hot.
And I escaped the Daleks a great cost?
£2.50 for a stamp is not a great cost.
No.
Expensive stamp.
What have you just done?
Just uncovered a cybernetic arm.
Oh my goodness. We got the bloody Terminator here now.
Are you like Morrow from Alien?
I lost my arm fleeing the Daleks.
Oh, I see. That's more than a stamp, I suppose. Yes.
I've still got my arm. I've got my armies.
So
that joke was better in my head.
Are not
The
very
real,
nice. We should
real
probably
Parentel, the prime Parentel still got his real arm.
Well, that's how we know. That's a useful way of checking. Yes. Right. So.
And an android, you can check the blood as well to prove that it's not changeling blood.
I'm not doing that. Hey, Farron, do that thing with a knife.
But you can scan it.
Franchise.
How about we think maybe about how to defeat these fellows before they catch up with us, which they've presumably been attempting to do for some time.
Surely we're at Deep Space Nine by now.
We're about to arrive at Deep Space Nine, yes.
Have we worked with the deflector? Did we actually send an engineering crew down to deflector control?
You've sent an engineering crew down. They tell you it's going to be at least 20 minutes before you
And
can...
have we done the same for the other vessels in what's going to rapidly become our task force?
Ensign Tabby.
I'd assume so, yes.
Well, what about the Bajorans? Are they've got a similar deflector technology to the rest of the Federation, haven't they?
I'd expect
they've joined the Federation by now.
But is it the same vessels that you see in DS9, those sort of wedge of cheese things, or is this a more modern cruiser that we're dealing with?
We're very close to the end of Deep Space Nine in terms of the timeline. So...
Don't you mean after Deep Space Nine, since Kira's in charge?
Well, yeah, like I say, we're very close to Deep Space Nine in terms of the timeline, so they'd be very similar ships. If there's been any change, it would be upgrades from joining the Federation and becoming integrated with our tech.
Mightn't it be an idea to get Krista and Commander Dowd, or T'Pau and Commander Dowd, with the rest of the crew onto that vessel and to get them to safety? Because if it's a similar specification of ship, they're going to get slaughtered if they try and form a line with us. They won't be able to withstand that.
Ensign Tabby, look on Deep Space Nine and fire nukes 16 through 17.
It's a Galaxy class or an LA class.
Oh, but Patrick, he used all of his nukes.
You can't send orders to Deep Space Nine.
Do you think I keep all my nukes in the same place?
You can't give orders to Deep Space Nine. It's not your ship.
Do you think I keep all my contraband in the same place?
Yes.
I think we used all of it.
Well, I don't. I still got nukes in Cargo Bay 2, 4, and 17.
5,
and I've also got
4,
and I've also
3,
got contraband 2, hidden in the bulkheads.
1. You have arrived at your destination.
Abby, fire at Deep Space Nine.
Do not fire at Deep Space Nine.
I'm not going to be doing that. That would just be silly.
What do you guys think? Do you not think it would be better to get the runabout onto the Bajoran ship and get them out the road? What's your guys' opinion on that? Because I don't think that a ship like that will stand up to any form of assault from something like that Dalek vessel. I doubt it.
I don't suppose it'll stand up to
what
being
about this Bajoran ship? Does it have any weapons or anything? What kind of ship is it? And does it have any weapons, or is that just going to be another much larger cannon fodder?
It's a heavy cruiser.
But that's what Zoe said. It's like the wee wedge of cheese things that you saw. Remember, you see one docking at DS9 in the title sequence. They're not very powerful, Krista.
Warn our government.
Captain Dad, what were you saying?
I just wonder, Krista, if it might not be a good idea to be on the far side, like to remain in our little quarantine ship that has fairly advanced diagnostic and scientific equipment aboard. If we were to be on the far side of the station, taking position close to the wormhole, but not close enough to activate it. So we could make a
Scarper
quick-
if we need to. Right.
Exactly.
The other thing that we were
Before you do
going to
that, just in case something
we were going
happens.
to increase the space that the changeling has, but
Yep.
however, we were going to show it a video of the Daleks first and tell it, should it decide not to behave, it will be beamed directly onto that ship,
Oh, a bad influence on you lot.
and we'll be leaving it there, and it can take its chances with the Daleks, and if it has any if it has any more information, that we'll pick it back up if it survives being on there.
Well,
Can I
a
also
bad
just
influence on you lot. But isn't that
I'll be
not
back
very
in just 1
Starfleet?
second, guys.
That's not very Starfleet.
Well, this changeling hasn't been very Starfleet, so we've given it some respect. If it doesn't want to give us respect, this is a two-way street, and so that's where I am on things. It would be logical to remove it from the situation.
I do think as well what
But before you move your runabout, Dr. Zapol, changeling, under the power vested in me by Starfleet Command, I declare you and wife.
That's not
You
logical.
can't
I'm
marry them
not
without
marrying the changeling.
Yes. Can we take stock for a moment? Before we made the very large explosion, the attacking vessel was 4 minutes behind us. Now we have made a very large explosion. How many minutes behind us is it? Bear in mind that it'll take us 20 minutes to assemble the battered bore arrangements, which to power first.
Probably at least a couple of hours. Depends
It's
how fast they can repair that drive.
gonna be 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So we have to create a distraction for a further 10 minutes.
Just get to work.
Farron, what kind of cat videos do the people on the Dalek ships like?
Daleks don't even know about cats.
Oh, that's interesting. So would they be distracted if one were to appear? And they would
No,
find you to
they
find out what it is?
just blast it into oblivion.
That's not very neighbourly of them. What's
They
most
blast anything
distracting?
into oblivion they don't agree with. They only
What
keep
do they agree
humanoids
with?
alive for slave labour.
I suppose
Yeah,
cats aren't very good for labour.
No, cats aren't going to do much good for that.
So what things might distract a Dalek?
Dalek OnlyFans?
Time. The only thing the Daleks are scared of are Time Lords, and there are none left.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we need Tom Baker. We need someone with a big scarf and jelly beans or jelly babies. Even.
But the last of the Time Lords,
Could we not replicate a doctor and beam them on the ship?
no, the last of the Time Lords died before I jumped to this universe.
What about the EMH? We could get it to carry on. It's the emergency Time Lord hologram. The emergency Gallifreyan hologram system.
It won't work. The Daleks will know straight away it's a fake.
Could we distract the Daleks for 10 minutes by persuading, as Krista says, the changeling to change into something the Daleks might think is one of their people, and sending it onto that ship? Might that perhaps
It won't work. The Daleks will be able to recognise it as a fake straight away.
One thing I would say on that one, James, as well, I don't know. Remember, a changeling can't replicate a mechanical device that has moving parts. It can replicate a potted plant, but I don't know whether it would be able to replicate a Dalek with any success because it's got moving parts.
The changeling could replicate the look of a Dalek, but it just couldn't replicate a working Dalek.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, we could get it to appear and it would be like a really bad Soviet movie where it's just a stationary thing with a voiceover on top of it.
they won't buy that for a second.
Dalekski.
Yes, that's,
Okay, so if you've opened up the security thing, the changeling begins to
The Dalek motto,
and becomes a
people, mass exterminations and absolute Subjugation of the survivors.
You get exterminated, and you get exterminated. Everyone gets exterminated.
It's a good 5-year plan.
So yes, the changeling reforms into a kind of humanoid-looking thing. The usual changeling, not quite blank face.
Just like Odo and female changeling and any other we see.
Yeah. So, it says, so you caught me. Well done. So, what do you want to say to it?
I'm a little behind.
Paul, you can do your blackmail plan if you want, but you can accept responsibility.
Yeah, Tapau had a good idea, Commander Dowd. So I think it's over to her.
And find out if the changelings know anything about the Daleks.
Right, we are going to show the Dalek a video of these Daleks, and
Yes, you're going to show the Daleks video of themselves.
If it wants to help and be cooperative, we'll keep it on board and take care of it. However, if it doesn't want to, that's good. It can go and join the Daleks and go and see whether its changeling abilities are any good on their ship.
And to Paul, tell the changeling that if it cooperates and it keeps its word, we'll guarantee safe passage for it back to the Great Link at the end of this.
Okay, we'll say that as well, because it might want to go there.
I suppose we want to find out where its loyalties are.
Yeah, that's what we do want to find out.
And then before, recruiting it or
Well, I'm only giving Paul a suggestion to make to it. I can't think of the word in now.
to mind meld with it?
No.
Oh. I thought I heard mate with it, which I'm sure was wrong.
No one's mating.
Let's not rule anything out. Let's not be hasty.
If it values its continued existence, we've given it a tantalizing offer.
So your offer is join you or die. Is that what you're saying?
For now.
Yeah, for this moment in time. We're going to probably get killed anyway, so...
Tell the changeling if we survive this...
Currently, we are well outclassed by this. This vehicle is just cannon fodder for the Daleks. So it depends how much you want to live or you want to die. You can die with us, or
tell it if we survive all this, we send them back to the Great
help
Link.
us, and we can get you to the Great Link Pond.
You cannot possibly guarantee anything. The things you are fleeing from cannot be stopped. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't want anything. It will kill you because that's what it does.
But if the Time Lords can destroy Daleks, so can we. But since there's not any Time Lords left, we need
have
other
technology to harm these things and to get rid of them. So
you didn't even have the technology to tell that I was amongst you. And you think you can take on those creatures? They have killed my kin. That disease they unleashed, it destroys everything. You want me to help you against them, but you have nothing to stop them.
We do have something to stop them, and we have a plan.
The Daleks have enslaved my people in the mirror universe, Changeling. We both have a vested interest in dealing with them.
Right, T-Dad, what would you like to say?
I would only just like to say this to what to what the Changeling has said. Brave words. We've heard them before. We have taken on the Borg. We have taken on insert species name, insert species name, insert species name. Not to mention yourselves. You tried to be our enemy, and look how that worked for you. And we also saved you in spite of that. So you may want to throw your lot in with what is certain to be the winning side.
Such optimism. It will be interesting to watch you fail. Death is inevitable. Do what you will.
God damn, Zoe, that was brilliant.
Right. Okay. T-Dab, what do you want to do?
Sorry, I was writing a message.
So he doesn't. So the
I think
going to cooperate.
Clearly, you've had experience. I'm speaking to the Jello person.
To the jelly baby.
The jujube. Clearly, you've encountered these beings before. I think our first step is to pool all of our information. Well, certainly, you need to share the information you have, anecdotal, sensors, or otherwise, so that we can start understanding our enemy better.
I have no information here. The information I had was on the ship that exploded. All of my data, all of my research. What I can tell you is these creatures are like nothing that you have encountered. They are truly alien. They don't want anything from you. They want you dead. That is all they want. Death to anything that does not serve their kind, that is not their kind, that does not look like their kind. They are hatred incarnated.
They've taken my people as slaves.
Then consider yourself very lucky.
They turned my family into the living dead. What they call robo-men.
That is...
My people have been forced to strip my planet dry.
That is good from their point of view. They have done you a mercy.
We're better off dead than serve them.
That is my point of view as well.
Right. Okay. So we are going to go and wait near the end of a wormhole that on the other side of it is the Great Link. We have ships currently that are arming up.
Changeling doesn't go back to the Gamma Quadrant until after this is over.
And then we will take you to the Great Link once this, unless you want to visit these Daleks and find some more information for us.
No.
Okay, fair.
Had to ask.
Yeah, we had to ask to see whether you'd be willing to have a go seeing whether you could find some more info, but that's fine. We will wait.
Paul, take your runabout to the Dalek ship and beam them aboard anyway.
No, that doesn't work like this. We're a democracy on this ship.
I am the commanding officer, and I'm giving you a direct order.
You're not the right person. You're a fake.
While I wear this uniform, I am your commanding officer.
Oh, anybody can wear any different coloured uniform. I can easily change my clothes.
Wait a minute. We've missed a key point.
In the wash at the moment.
Commander Dowd.
Aren't we supposed to go, it's a fake?
Commander Dowd, your place Lieutenant Paul in the brig on that runabout.
Do they have brigs?
Well, we can make a brig.
I think
Okay, T-Dab, we're going to go and wait by the wormhole and watch whatever happens.
Were any vessels able to get any? I seem to remember there was talks about black boxes and retrieving data. I don't.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, we
can't
haven't
remember.
found anything out on the black box yet because no one's tried.
Yeah, no, we did. We took the black box of DS9 and they gave us some data from it, but some of it had been erased and we couldn't access all of it.
Wow, that was a while ago.
That was off
the-
the birth class,
But
wasn't it?
But that xenobiologist we're
That,
looking for
that,
to
was,
start
that, was,
with.
that was off
No
of
engine
the
weapons.
that was off of the shuttle that the changeling came off of, and the Oberth as well.
Yeah.
Is it possible the Oberth and the shuttle encountered the Daleks and the information's been erased by someone?
Well, I'm just wondering if the changeling would be able to retrieve any of the data if we have access to any of that equipment or any scans or saved information. Maybe they
Lieutenant
would.
Tabby, contact 7 of 9 and ask her if the Borg have any information on these Daleks.
I think what we've learned from this is that these black boxes obviously have like a from all history section as well. If you can just delete sections of it, so somebody didn't obviously tick from all time when they deleted the history.
So since we're a couple of years after DS9, Voyager's back home, so we can ask 7 of 9.
Yes, technically you can ask 7 of 9 if she's met a Dalek, yes.
So ask 7 of 9 if the Borg, well, contact Admiral Janeway and ask her to ask 7 of 9 if the Borg have encountered the Daleks before.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, the other ships have now arrived.
Well, we've been rowing so long that it gave them a chance to show up. Unfortunately, the Daleks have been, considered enough to hobble along as best they can.
The Daleks are still 5 minutes out.
Okay.
yes. So we need to find a distraction for these people for the remaining 15 minutes that it'll take them.
Red
to
alert!
arrive.
All nukes to load all nukes into torpedo. Launch the nuke. Load the nukes into all torpedo tubes. Ready phasers.
You all right, Zoe?
You're okay, Zoe?
No, it's getting really hot in here.
We're going to have the battle next
Do
time.
you want to call it?
I think that might be a good idea, actually. I'm really sorry, guys. This is.
Yeah.
I feel
We
like
can
I'm
have-
drawing this out.
Yeah, we
but
can have the
it's-
battle next week.
I suppose so. Yeah. It just feels like I'm drawing this out, but it's bloody hot. Yeah, I think we should do it next time. So, at the start of the next one, we will have the Daleks only a few minutes away. We'll work out what we're going to do, and we'll go from there. Yeah. Okay,
Righty-ho.
guys, it's been fun. Take care. Have a great night.
Have a lovely evening. Cheerio.
Everyone.
And thank you to everyone in the chat as well. Take care, guys. Bye.
Yes.